I have to turn some lights on.
Give it a try.
Yeah, I just did. I'm seeing myself light up. So,
Okay.
you good?
5, 4, 3. Okay, I think I'm good.
All right, cool. What's
Wait.
up, dude?
Okay.
What's
How
going
you
on,
doing,
man?
man?
I'm good. Lucas is here, everybody. We're live with technically a live episode of the Speed Duel podcast, and I've been wanting to do one with Lucas for a while, but we were gonna try and time it where it was like in response to new product, and look at that happened today. What's going on, dude? It's been a while.
Yeah, I'm very, very excited for the new set.
You haven't, so you were playing like all the time when Battle City came out, and you stopped playing like maybe a couple
Yeah.
months ago. So tell for the people a little bit of kind of because you're just like such a master at this, and you've been so prominent in the community. Talk about just kind of what you've been through, going through with the Battle City stuff, and you're the one that made like the Serpent Knight Relinquish deck, for example. Talk a little bit about kind of some of the stuff you did earlier this year.
Yeah. So yeah, I started playing Speed Duels like from since the very beginning, and I've just been very obsessed with the game and stuff. So I've played Battle City Box format like all the time, and I'm always like trying to make new decks that can compete with the meta and stuff. But recently, I just had to stop playing because I have to do some license tests, and so I need to study for a very long time. So
Yeah.
I'm going to be very absent until October.
Oh, October. So guess what? This new box is February. So I think you're gonna be good.
Oh, okay.
It's February
Good,
18th.
good.
Well, I don't know if I think last Battle City Box Europe it came out like I don't know a week early or something like that, but it's gonna be February, so you're good. So
Yeah.
I'm dragging you back into the speed duel realm just to talk about this a little bit and get
Yeah.
excited about it. Um, so yeah. But the last thing we were live, the last thing I think you did was like that Serpent Knight Relinquish deck, which was probably a couple months ago. And you saw success against like Interconflict and Moth with that, right?
Not really.
All right.
I tried to make that deck playable, but it was only good in a bandless format. But once you
Oh,
play
sure.
against like the actual tier ones, like they have every means possible to get rid of the serpent and the relinquish. But when it's a bandless format, there's not an easy way to kill the serpent. So that's why it's a little bit better.
Right, because the banless formats that we're seeing is banning Parasite Paranoid and like Zoma and Interconflict right out. And I think when we played, it was
And
banless
just the
format too.
personality.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and Twisted Personality. So there's like control gone. You can't just like have three counters and pop it. Um, what do you think is going to happen to tournaments that are trying to do banless format when this thing comes out? You think they're going to drop everything and just anything goes until new meta's settled, and then find out that we still need to deal with inner conflict forever and ever, or do you think they're going to keep these ban lists going into new stuff?
I think I think that at least in the community sense, I think once the box releases, it's just gonna be everyone playing normal
Hmm.
because that's what people want to play. They want to play normal speed duels. It's just that when people are a little bit tired of playing the same decks, then people want to make balance formats to see other decks. But I think I think Konami heard us
Yeah.
in the surveys, and I think a very good number of people voted for the GX era, which we have, and they also voted for banlist. So I think after a while in the GX box, I think we're gonna get a banlist from Konami, an
Interesting.
official one.
Well, I think that yeah, you might be right there because even through all the new stuff GX has, we'll probably still see inner conflict as a valid skill, and we can see the 5 cards that are the Moth engine sprinkled into anything. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, and it's a lot harder to release cards if you have to worry about inner conflict existing. imagine going into the synchro era, and then you have inner conflict, and now you can use it as a synchro material.
It's crazy. I can't. I don't think we're ready for card games on motorcycles yet in Speed Duel. I hope that it's a long time from
Yeah.
that. I think that with the survey they did, it was 2 months ago, to announce something in February with a history of known delays with advanced product, I think was pretty safe on their end because even if they don't actually have everything planned out yet, that's a lot of time because, by the time they need to produce it, it should be like probably 2-3 months before, really. So it gives them enough time to say, hey, don't
Yeah.
worry, it's coming. It's 6 months from now because I don't think we've ever seen a I used to have all these dates down in my head because I think that we would see an announcement. Like Match Millennium Twisted Nightmares, for example, is the one I remember the best. It was like February was the announcement, May was the release. So it was a 3 month window. But this one, they just put something out there, kind of like dangle the carrot, keep us going. And then that's going to give them enough time to actually figure out what's going in this thing. And then, bam. You think they would go backwards? I know there were a couple
Yeah.
people that I saw that were like, I'm bummed because there's so much more that you can get out of Duel Monsters and Duel's Kingdom and the seasons to follow Battle City before GX, and I can agree with that. Like I think Gate Guardian was a card that was thrown around, was a favorite. You think they go backwards? Like here's GX, to bring in new people, but then it's like okay, here's a booster box, from
Yeah.
Yugi Kaiba still. I mean they could
100%.
okay. Yeah, it's like people think that there's like an imaginary rule about that, I suppose. But really, they can do whatever the heck they want. You know what I think they might do? I'm hoping that the GX box comes out and people are super hyped about GX, and then later in the year they do like booster box support for GX. And then I hope that Siege, thanks for the sub, dude. You're my first sub, and look at that. I have the graphic clearly very, very poorly made and in the wrong spot. So thank you for testing that. So now I know exactly where it goes. Anyway, I'm hoping that they. Ooh, that's a little big. I'm hoping that they release booster box support for. Close enough. Booster box support for GX to kind of keep people engaged, and then maybe they can kind of go backwards and they can really identify what is, super strong and some things that could have still been in the first rendition of Yu-Gi-Oh that can deal with it. So
Right.
yeah,
Right. Because if you look at Duel Links, that they always throw characters from older eras. Like we recently got Duke Delvin.
yeah,
Um,
that's right.
so so I think it's not impossible to get more DM era via structure decks or booster. There's no limit to that, you know.
For sure. Yeah, I never. So I didn't play Duel Links enough, and I didn't follow. Like I played it when it came out, but I didn't follow how it released in the GX. So I always wondered how that worked. And I don't think Speed Duel can get to synchro. I really well. If we do, like give us a couple more years with some serious like I want to see I don't know like 6 to 10 more products before we do that. Give us some time to really enjoy before synchro because then once you get tuners, it's I don't think synchro is that egregious. Once you get into pendulums and links, then it's like no. So but I hope that they give us a lot more product to kind of play around before they introduce synchros and motorcycles. I wonder how fast they did it in Duel
Yeah,
Links.
I think I think that we
Mm-hmm. I think.
sorry, Rook,
Oh, there you go.
do you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, but but I think that we will at the end of the day, like the GX era is very similar to the DM era. Like even in the anime, you see a lot of characters and cards that are from the DM era, and even in the play style, even in the TCG, like it has that DM era feel. But once you jump into synchros, that it gets more and more similar to modern Yu-Gi-Oh!
Mm-hmm.
Especially if we get like the newer cards. Like there's a lot of decks in in Duel Links that they play like synchro cards, but they use more modern cards, and then the deck is faster and faster, like
Mm-hmm.
the Red Nova or Shooting Star Dragon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't
But
think that.
yeah,
I'm hoping that they don't go there too fast. It would make the game faster. I guess that's the point, right? It's Speed Duel. But no, I'd like to
yeah,
enjoy myself a little more because then it's like I think I made the comparison to like World of Warcraft Classic, where it's eventually they're going to get too far in and they're going to introduce Speed Duel, and then they're going to re-release the game again. But it's only one monster slot, and it'll be one spell slot. Yeah, but I'm excited. I think it's gonna be great, and I'm glad that you agree that it can go backwards because I agree too. I think that like that's the hey, remember this? It's still around. The three people that have been playing it consistently still. You guys liked GX, right, when you were kids, or however old you were. So jump in and play this game. And I I'm gonna have to watch GX because I missed that. That was the one I missed. I watched so much of the first rendition of Yu-Gi-Oh, the DM stuff, and then GX I like kind of wasn't watching. And then I remember by the time I was in college, that kind of dates me. That's when the motorcycles were happening, and I like watched a little bit of it because then it was like, what was that, like 2010? I was like playing again. So there's some stuff, and I'm glad you're here too because
yeah.
there's some stuff like there's some cards where I certainly know them, but I didn't realize that they were GX era. But that's exciting. Um, let's see. Oh yeah, one question I want to ask you. Um, so they were doing those promotional things called Trials of the Pharaoh, and they did one in France. They were basically it was I think it was a lot of European based stuff. But that's not really going to make sense anymore. I wonder what your thoughts are on if they try and continue some sort of promotional like that. They're going to call it like Dual Academy something. You think they're going to switch to total GX? They're going to GXify the promotional stuff.
Yeah, I think they're gonna have to change the name for the GX team, so it's not gonna be Trials of the Pharaoh. I don't think so.
Yeah. I'm wondering if there was like a there'll be a Duelist Academy equivalent probably. All right, let's talk about let's get right into archetype
Yeah,
speculation. Let's talk about some cards. Um, so let's talk about elemental heroes first. So I know that
yeah.
Jaden's
I think
yeah.
we obviously will be getting. I think we are obviously getting the basic ones like Avian, Restrunatics, Clayman, Bubbleman.
Oh, I remember those. Yeah, for
I,
sure.
I think it. I think what we're not gonna get are the
The masked.
Neospatians.
Really, you don't think so? I was so
Yeah,
excited about
because
Neospatian Grand Mole. That's like one of the cards that I use
if you
a lot.
consider,
Yeah.
yeah, but if you consider that GX is an era where there's a lot of fusion. Like if you look at every character, they have a couple of fusions that they can play, and I think if we get elemental heroes, which are gonna be like a couple of fusions, and then we get the Neospatian fusions, it's gonna take a lot of space. Like if we get 200 cards, I don't want to get like 50 fusion monsters. You know?
Mm-hmm. That's true. Well, I mean, a card like Grand Mole would be cool for to combat fusions. Like I would
Yeah,
put this in with Hyper Hammerhead and or like Gale Lizard because we don't see we don't see too many return to hand. There's not too many bounce to hand. I think the biggest one they're dealing with right now is Magnetic Field with Magnet Warriors, but we really don't see it that often. And
yeah. I think Grandma is very strong.
yeah, it's like a good. It's just a good tech. Remember, you just put it in any deck you want. Really, it's gonna be a good card to draw. So does
Yeah,
Neos is like Jaden's staple or like kind of flagship card, but it's just like it's basically the Dark Magician at GX, right? So is there like a specific? Do you know there's a specific support that gets it out or makes it good? Kind of like Dark Magician.
yeah, yeah. Even in Duel Links, we got Neo's Fusion, which
Neos
basically
Fusion.
fuses from the deck. But I think if we get Neos, it's gonna be probably like by itself,
Okay.
as like the same way we got a blue ice and a red ice in the Battle City box. Because I don't think we're gonna get all of the Neos fusion at the same time as all the other fusions.
Okay. So you're thinking that might be support down the road. It makes sense, yeah, because then
Yeah,
keep the dream alive. That will get more support to make the deck good. Um, like, what do
right.
you think? What do you think would just be meta, not considering Inner Conflict or Moth or anything that's could kind of merge with a GX deck right now? What do you think would be the threat?
I think I think that at least Crystal Beast, they seem like they can be really fast if we get the right support cards like Crystal Bond, um, Rainbow. I think it's called Rainbow Road. No, Rainbow Bridge. So I think that could be a good deck, but we're getting machine
Mm-hmm. Yep.
support.
The golems are machines, right? The dart. The
Yeah,
yeah.
we're also getting Destiny Heroes, which were
Mm-hmm.
very good in Duel Links and in the TCG.
Do you think we'll get Destiny
Um,
draw? It's one of my favorites. The Allure of Darkness for
yeah,
Destiny
I
Heroes.
think we can get. Yeah, yeah. It makes sense. It makes sense, even though it's gonna give us a very big draw options for the deck because we still have Allure, but
Mm-hmm.
we can also still get Event List.
We could still get a ban list. Well, what are some good? Let's see. The Destiny Heroes that you would typically drop with draw. There's a couple good ones. Uh, oh, Diamond Dude. Man, these are coming back to me. Dogma's a good one to drop. Oh no, I'm thinking of Trade In. That's a different one. I remember seeing Dogma Dreadmaster a lot.
Yeah, I think we're gonna at least get a Destiny Hero fusion. We can get a Destiny Hero Malicious, Destiny Draw, Diamond Dude. Um, I don't think we're gonna get Mask Change and the Mask Heroes, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't I don't know. But at least it seems like Darks are gonna get a little more buffed up.
Yeah, it looks like. I mean, Allure is gonna be. It's gonna still be good. Um, because we're probably. I don't think anything is gonna break her out of being like one of the best staples. That's just so universally good, especially because it's another dark target for Allure. If you're doing Destiny Heroes,
Yeah,
what is Cyber Dragon? Is that light?
yeah, it's like, and I don't think we're gonna get Cyber Dragon.
You don't think so? You don't think we're gonna get
Yeah,
it? It would be stupid
I don't think so.
if
No,
you,
but hear me out.
yeah.
Hear me out. The problem with Cyber Dragon, first of all, it's a special summon, and we
Mhm.
gotta be really careful with special summons because it makes the game easier to OTK. Because just
Yeah.
imagine you're playing Conflict. You have an empty board, and then you special summon Cyber Dragon, use Inner Conflict, summon Jinso or whatever you want to summon, and now without any monster on the field, you can OTK your opponent.
Yep. That's true. Yeah, you get
But
the
the,
Jinzo.
the other problem is that we have skills that make Cyber Dragon a little better. Like we have Spellproof Armor, and we
Yeah, it's a
have
machine.
Union Combination, which means that you can use the Union skill to make Cyber and Dragon or Cyber Twin Dragon.
I
So,
forgot about Twin.
I, and if you consider at least in Duel Links, if we got Cyber Dragon in the 5Ds era,
Mm-hmm.
not in the GX era, because when we had the character, what we got was Cyber Darks.
Sorry about that.
So I think if we get Sane, I think we might get Cyber Darks.
Okay.
And if anything, we're gonna get the Proto Cyber Dragon to make fusions. But I don't think we're gonna get the actual Cyber Dragon. But I could be wrong, you know.
This card's name becomes Cyber Dragon while on the field. Okay, so it gets rid of the summoning mechanic, yeah. Because you're right, inner conflict makes things difficult. I mean, Cyber Dragon alone there's really nothing like it. Besides, I suppose Moth in combo in tandem with the skill, but
Right.
still, yeah.
And
I gotta look up Union
I
combination
think
again.
I think we still will get like something like Cyber Phoenix. Like that's a machine that prevents spell traps from targeting other machines, and when it's destroyed by battle, you draw one card. I think so. We might still get that card.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's a skill in Duel Links that when you lose like for every 1,000 life points that you lose, you
Mm.
summon a Proto Cyber Dragon from outside of your deck.
Okay.
So we might get something similar because it's a speed build skill, so there's no way to summon three monsters with one skill, but maybe special summon from the deck or something like that.
Is it?
But
Is that the language? It's like every time you lose 1,000, like what? Destiny? No, is it Destiny Draw? Where so if you take a Moth hit, can you do?
yeah,
You can't do three, right? Or can you do three?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but that's the that's the specific cyber skill because it
Okay.
that's how it works. Like it's not the same for Destiny Draw. Like if you take 4,000 damage, you don't do Destiny Draw twice.
Right. Yeah. Because you have an opportunity to gain life with like Ladybug or something like that. But you wouldn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna Spellproof Armor's gonna be good. Unless they're really gonna have to come up with a skill like that to make people come away from Spellproof Armor. Because even if a lot of these monsters aren't normal, it's still just so good to be bouncing around spell effects and weaving them around them. And Jinzo's will still be good, regardless. It just makes it more
And
compact.
yeah, and cyber darts are still viable cards. Like they are very easy to summon a 24 attack monster, one who attacks directly with half damage. So so I think if we get cyber darts with spellproof armor, then I think for sure we we're gonna have spellproof armor being a threatening deck.
Yeah, pretty nasty. Um, let's move on to. Let's see. What are some other ones you want to talk about? What about? Oh, let's do. Can we do Dandelion? Seeing this is banned, right? Or is it not?
Oh yeah, Dandelion.
Yeah, it's been a
I
while
think
since I've
it's
seen this
banned.
one.
Yeah,
Two fluff tokens that can't be tributed during the
yeah.
turn they're
I
special
think
summoned.
we might get right, right, and that's a Jaden card. But you know who also is a Jaden card? Metamorphosis.
Yeah,
And
metamorphosis.
I think I, I'm saying it could be a problem with Ojama King, but if they want to do it, they can still do it, and then we have like a gold deck based of Dandelion or something like that.
Yeah, metamorphosis and Dandelion. I don't know. I don't know if we'll see them. I mean, they're already banned.
You know, another Jaden card Trooper.
Yeah, Card Trooper. That's right.
If we get Card Trooper and we get something like for example machine duplication, and then we get Cyber Valley. I think that
Jeez.
machines can be a really good deck because they were in the TCG.
For sure. Yeah, Card Trooper is also machine. You said Cyber Valley? I'm not familiar with that one. Which one? Is it like a spell?
No, it's a level 1 monster. So basically, like when your opponent attacks it, you tribute and then you draw one card and then you stop the battle phase. Something like that. I
Oh,
don't
okay.
remember quite well. But yeah, that with machine duplication, that could be cool.
Machine duplication. I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking of the. Oh, we have the factory, which just takes one from grave, or recycles one. 500 lesser attack, special summon with the same name. Oh my god, yeah, that would be crazy.
Yeah.
That would be insane.
Yeah.
And then
And,
we're gonna see Ojamas too. So
yeah.
they can't put Ojama King in the game, right? They can't. Can they? There's no way.
Yeah. I
It
think
just
so. I think so. But they if we have Ojama King, like it's we need more cards that can out, like more staples like Fisher.
Fisher, yeah.
Um, I think because there's a GX character, Shaz, the same one who plays Ojamas, and he owns a Lightning Vortex, and that card could be released because we also need to get some staples. They're not just gonna release new archetypes and then that's it.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad. This is all of a sudden where it just gets really powerful. You get something like Lightning Vortex. Yeah. The
Yeah.
discard too. You could have good effects. I mean, you want things in the grave. This can easily be like you could put this in like XYZ right now. Just make the deck better. You know.
Oh, we might also get Necro Gardener. So Foolish Burial and Viral Infection and all these stuff that discard, they could get better if we get the Necro Gardener.
Yeah. You really need DD Crow now. Or unless they give us like macro. Well, no, it's Dimensional Fissure that puts monsters into banish automatically. Man, yeah, some of these are nasty.
Yeah, and yeah,
And then what was the? So yeah, Ojama King. I don't know. It's like such an iconic card. Like I get it, but to tell your opponent the 3 monster slots can't be used in Speed Duel's 3 monster slots is like I don't know. It just seems like oppressive, not a good idea. Like I feel like some of the stuff that's happened that's like become the meta in Speed Duel now. They were like, oh shoot, I guess you could do that. Wow, that's pretty good. There's like a couple things like that, but Ojama King, it's like you know what you'll
yeah.
be doing. You know what you'll be doing with Ojama
But
King.
Ojama King is only a problem if you can summon it turn 1, because if you summon it like turn 4, then you can't block a zone that's already occupied. Your opponent is already gonna have um,
Yeah.
free zones. But the problem was with Taya with the life cost 0 skill.
What's the skill?
It's a skill that allows you to basically use any effect without paying life points, but you need to be at 1,000 life points or less. So if you play Cyberstein, then that could be a problem.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I still don't think. Is there any other Ojama boss monster that isn't King?
There, there's one that needs 2 future materials, and it only blocks 2 zones. So we might also get that one.
Oh, Ojama Knight.
Who knows?
Yeah. That
Yeah.
one could be fine. What's it? Oh, it's 2,500 defense, whereas King's 3,000. Yeah. Somebody's gonna. I don't know. If Ojama King's in the game, then Ojama stall. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, what do you even do?
Yeah. Yeah. True. But I don't think it's going to be very consistent. If we don't get enough support for it, then I think it could be fine.
Mm-hmm. Does King work where if King leaves the field, can you still not use the zones?
No. If he leaves the field, you can use the zones again.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, because that's just
Yeah.
yikes. Get that turn 1. What was
So
the?
if we have something like Fisher, then we can prevent that. But Fisher, that's a very strong card. I don't know if we're gonna get it.
That's the lowest attack. Oh, because it's gonna be 0. Well, you could just offerings it, I suppose, but you skip your next draw phase. Offerings is an easy. Yeah, because what's the other one? It's
True.
hammer shot.
Oh,
Is that highest attack?
Yeah, but we also have Book of Moon.
Oh
So, yeah. There's no need to worry.
yeah. Book of Moon just flips it down and you just beat into a 0. Oh no, it's 3,000 defense. But
Yeah,
Book of Moon lets you
but you
summon.
can use your zones again.
Yeah, that's nice. And then what's the other one you wanted? What about the magical mallet? You wanted to talk about that one too.
Oh yeah, so that's another GX card. So if we have like these decks that rely on one card, let's say Parasite,
Mm-hmm.
like that card could really help those decks. Like you don't care about the neg 1 if all you need is one Parasite and you win, you know.
True.
So I don't know if you're gonna get that card, but it could be really good.
That's like, yeah, because really, once you have the Parasite and you have the hand set up, you only need like 5 cards to win the game if they're the right cards with the Moth deck. So Magical Mallet, yeah, you're exactly right. It's like I don't care how many I'm burning if it means I can get to the right ones quicker, which is why a lot of people do like the Koichi and Allure, just so they can, like, even the skill inherently is like, draw more cards because we know you need to.
Right.
Yeah, it's like
and if you draw both Moth, no problem. You just return one and keep the other.
Yeah, seriously. Oh yeah, so it even corrects like an error like that, or like not an error, but just like bad luck of drawing both. Oh, that's stupid.
Right.
Could you imagine?
So if you play Magnets, you can still return the Valkyrian or any Nomi, really.
Any dead draw, any brick, you can just put back, which is cool. Yeah, it does cost a magical mallet though. Some decks don't have the resources to really recover from losing cards in hand like that, but yeah, for Moth, that's crazy. That'd be nuts.
Yeah. Even probably Unions, they need one scramble and one hanger, and that's it.
Yeah, right? You don't have to like run more copies to hope you draw them if you have something like this. That just leaves you. I mean, you would take out the copies to put a magical mallet.
Yeah, or you max out on the copies, and then you also play magical mallet.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. You could do that. We might see decks bigger than 20 cards. I mean, I think that a lot of competitive decks now, like I'm looking at, I think that I have Apprentice Monarch up here by default, like kind of off screen, half off screen, but that's 22. And I think that I just used it in a tournament that I won last Sunday, and I think it was 24. So we'll probably see people run over 20.
Yeah, for sure. Especially if we have like more draw cards, like Destiny draw and stuff like that.
Yeah, Destiny draw would be cool. And like the other one I'm thinking of is Trade In, only because I played that Exodia deck a lot. Yeah, discard level 8 monster, draw 2 cards. So Destiny Hero, Dogma, Dreadmaster can work for both.
Yeah.
But I don't know if Trade In's a GX card.
Speaking of dragons, there's a card from this character, Bastion. It's called Carbonedon. And if it's in the graveyard, you can banish it. And you special summon a level 7 Dragon Vanilla on defense mode. So, Foolish Burial, Serpent Knight Dragon.
Oh, that's it. That's what you wanted. Get Serpent Knight.
Yeah.
And you can Nightmare Sonic.
Not sure if you're going to get it.
So, Foolish Burial, Serpent Knight. And then well, you can banish this. Oh, you can just banish this card. Oh, from your graveyard. So, it's in your graveyard. And then you just Foolish the Serpent Knight. You bring it out, and then you can use the Nightmare Sonic Blast right away. It'd be cool.
Yeah, and worst case scenario, you draw it, you activate Tribute Doll, and then you special summon from your hand, or you just draw it, set it, let your opponent attack it, and then special summon Serpent Knight.
Yeah, for sure. It's only 600 defense. Or yeah, well, it's a dinosaur. Is that Tyranno, or is that? It almost looks like a machine.
No, that's the guy who plays Water Dragon.
Water dragon.
Speaking of Water Dragon, they have a really strong boss monster. So, like, those cards are very hard to summon, but there's this newer card that's called Water Dragon Cluster. So, basically, it makes the attack of all your opponent's monsters to 0 during the turn that it's summoned, and it prevents your opponent from activating any monster effects for that turn. So, no Sphere Kuribo. And you have a quick effect that you can tribute and special summon 2 Water Dragons and then keep attacking. So you can make for a really good OTK with that card. The only problem is that it's very inconsistent, so we might get a scale that makes it easier to summon that card, or we just get the regular Water Dragon. But the problem is that Water Dragon sucks.
Yeah, Water Dragon looks bad. I mean, special summon with yeah. Oh no. One of these. 2800 though. Oh my God, Cluster would be stupid. That's how new is Cluster?
I have no idea.
Is it like far after Water Dragon? They were like,
been...
let's just bump up this monster. I mean, that would be.
Yeah,
there's so many people pining for like aquatic and sea serpents in Speed Duel because, like, I love Deadless as much as the next guy, but this looks scary.
Yeah.
This looks scary. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, but still, there's back row that you can protect yourself. So I think it's a fair card, and it's very hard to summon. So I think we might need a scale to make it easier. And if we get the regular Water Dragon, then at least we need DNA transplant or something to make the effect viable. Because no one plays fires.
No one plays fires. Okay, so it's it's essentially sort of a ritual that involves 2 other monsters, and I'm sure that these ones are shitters. Let me see. Oxygeddon. Oh, 1800 attack 4-star. That's not bad. Destroyed by battle with a pyro. Oh yeah, no one plays fires. So this effect doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Unless we bring stuff out or stuff comes out in GX that's more fire, because the only fire monster I can name off the top of my head is Tyrant Dragon, Elementsaurus. That's all I remember that's like relevant anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, Handcrafter Gamil, with the Gamil hand trap that no one uses too. That's it.
Yeah.
Master Craftsman Gamil. Yeah. Jeez.
So there's a deck that we haven't mentioned, but in Duel Links we had a tier 0 deck in Duel Links, and it was the Cyber Angels. So that's a ritual deck from Alexis, and
this is what Alexis played.
That deck
like
can
for
be
the most
really
part.
good.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but she has another boss monster, and it's a fusion. It's like one of the fusion from the skaters.
Yeah, the Cyberblader.
It has a really decent effect. So maybe that could be her boss monster if they're afraid of Cyber Angels. And then make it easier to summon it, or make a skill that makes the deck better.
1 monster can't be destroyed by battle, while your opponent has 2 monsters, double the attack, which puts it at 42. 3 monsters, negate the effects of your opponent's spell trap and effect monster cards. That's so obnoxious. I guess that I would rather have her at 2, or have 2 monsters out against her. Although it's harder, it might as well not be able to be destroyed by battle if it has 4,200 attack. Jeez.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's awesome. I forgot about Alexis and the Cyber Angel stuff. Yeah, I remember that a little bit.
Yeah. Even Shaz, like he plays dragons, so we might get Armed Dragon. We might also get Horus the Black Flame Dragon.
The Armed Dragons, they're the levels, right? There's 5. There's 5, 7, 10.
Yeah, so there's a possibility that we might get dragon support. Who knows? There's a skill for him in Duel Links where it basically gives you a dragon's mirror and a five-headed dragon. So who knows if we get those two cards and make dragons viable?
Fusion and Dragon Fusion by banishing Field or Grave. Okay. And what was it? Five-headed?
Yeah, five-headed.
Oh, I remember this one. Can't be destroyed by battle with Dark Earth, Water, Fire, Wind monster. Yeah, that'd be great. Well, no one's ever seen. We have some level card in Speed Duel right now that came out in, like it was the Bakura, it was the Twisted Nightmares. I don't even remember.
Yeah,
But no one. It was just. It was never going to be good. It'd be cool to see a level based monster work.
yeah,
You know, but
yeah.
damn.
At least if we get Chaz, there's a card that its name oh, I forgot the name, but it basically mixes the Ojama with Armored Dragon. So it's a quick play that you can discard one Ojama, and then you add one Ojama card and one Armed Dragon card. And then you can have an immediate normal summon. So you can use it on your standby phase to search for Armed Dragon level 3, and then you go for level 5. So I think his deck could be a little viable, but it really depends on the skill.
Oh yeah, so doing it on standby gets you a level 5 essentially for free. You don't have to deal with 3 first, which would be the optimal way to do it. Because that's another reason why gosh, I can't remember the name of the one that was in Twisted Nightmares, but it was just too slow. Because I think that it was the one where
Yeah,
you had to also destroy a monster with it to level it up. Whereas
yeah,
like level 3 is
exactly.
just like, all right, you survived a round or a turn, you can get level 5. But to do it on standby and just get 5 right away is great. And it can be really good in a situation. Just wreck something with 2,400 less attacks. It keeps monarchs safe, but bye bye blowback.
Right. And we might also get Master Dragon. So it could be even easier to summon the armed dragons.
Max Dragon?
So yeah.
No, that's not it. Let's see. Oh, Dark Arm Dragon. Oh my god, it's all coming back to me. Yeah, it would be a cool thing to play around with. And it's one of those. I think that it would be. I'm trying to think of which deck in the box would be the most concise. Like in Battle City, we saw Magnets and XYZ were like the flagship. Like here are the archetypes. You guys remember these? These were great. And then everybody else has like
Yeah.
cards that, there were a lot of characters in Battle City that had specific cards that kind of were tied to the character, but not necessarily a whole archetype. So Armed Dragons are cool. Jamas are cool. The Cyber Angel deck I think would be popular.
I think Yeah, I think every character can have a deck that's competitively viable depending on the skill,
Mm-hmm.
because they all have very decent support cards, and they have decent fusions and boss monsters. So it really depends on the skills.
Yeah. And like if it's anything like Battle City Box was, we'll get the actual skill list probably revealed to us. I don't know, maybe like a month and a half before.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and there's a character that's Cyrus. He plays the roids,
Oh yeah, the roids. Okay.
and there's yeah, there's some good roids. Like for example, there's Kite Roid, which hasn't been released in the TCG. I think it's a video game exclusive. But you know that sometimes we get cards that were never released in the TCG.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows if Kite Roid might be one. He plays Drill Roid, which is decent.
Roid. Ah,
Um,
shoot. This is
yeah.
Cyrus, right? Yeah, it is. I think I remember that.
Sorry, what?
This is the character Cyrus, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Cyrus.
yeah.
And because this is a box that covers many characters, we might get some fusions that they play from tag teams or something. So we might get something like UFO Royd, Rainbow Neos.
UFO Roid. Parasite. Steam. UFO Roid. But some.
No,
Oh,
it's
it's
the other. It's the fusion with UFO Royd. I forgot the name.
UFO Roid Fighter.
Yeah,
Equal to combined original attack, 2 fusion materials. Oh, so it just emerges attack and defense. It's cool.
yeah.
Yeah, these could be pretty lethal in Speed Duel with 4,000 life points. But I don't know if this is one that's in Duel Links and it's been tried out already.
Which one?
The UFO Roid Fighter.
No.
Yeah, then it probably won't be in.
It's not that good.
Probably
But
won't.
like with speed duels, anything goes. Like any skill that you can imagine, it's possible. So
Yeah, it's true.
so who knows? Oh, Ancient Gears.
Yeah. Yeah, there's those are some big
Ancient
boys.
Ancient Gears were really good in Duel Links,
Were they?
and
There's a couple of them.
because they play this card Gear Town,
Gear Town.
and we have magical hats, we have breaker, we have double cyclone, we have storm, and depending on the support that they get, they can be really good decks.
Yeah. Oh, it's just a mini spellproof. Well, from the summoning. Yeah, that'd be pretty concise. And that's Gears is Crowler, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's cool. And then I'm really excited to see. I really want to see Tyranno because he had. Was it Ultimate Tyranno? Was that his like big one?
Ultimate Conductor. No,
Oh, he had
that's
he had
Super
Tyranno Conductor, Superconductor Tyranno, and then Ultimate Tyranno, and he
Yeah.
also used like double. No, it's oh god, double evolution pill is the speed duel skill. He used big evolution pill or whatever it was called. This could probably fit seamlessly in with some other dinosaurs. I remember when they tried to give us Jirac for a hot second and then said, never mind, just kidding. Like, I think we have 2 Jirac cards. Like, I've been itching for more dinosaurs because I love the Kingdom deck. But,
But I'm gonna be real honest. I think if we get the box, I think at most we're gonna get 8 or 9 characters, and I
Yeah.
don't think that's gonna be one of them.
that's
Because I think
sad.
the other ones have more importance.
I got
So
all the characters.
I think it's
up here.
gonna be Jaden, Chaz, Cyrus, Alexis, Aster Phoenix, Doctor Crowler,
Yeah.
Jesse Anderson, and maybe Bastion.
No Chumley? No Chumley.
And Sane. No, Chomley isn't even in Duel Links.
All the way
so
down here?
No Chomley.
Yeah, no
But
Chumley.
Sane for Cyber Dragons.
Yeah, for sure. His name for Cyber Dragons. Thanks for the prime, Aaron.
Yeah.
Lucas is here. Lucas is here. Lamb Lion in the chat. He's like, that noob should be studying. I dragged him out. He was trying to be so good, and he's been studying. And then I was like, hey, we're gonna talk about this tonight. So here he is. Oh yeah, no, Tyranno would be cool, but it's Tyranno reminds me of who was the legendary fisherman guy? You know, he like showed up in one episode,
Wow.
and they used the crap out of him. We got like 8 skills of his that no one uses. Like, come on, give us the gimmick guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Jim Crocodile
Yeah.
too.
But I think it's not gonna be Tyranno's time yet.
Yeah.
Nor Ubel or
No Ubel.
Supreme King.
Isn't Ubel like the end?
Nothing like that.
Ubel's like at the end.
I think it's the end for the dub, but I think the Japanese kept going.
Okay. The irony of GX revolving around school, and it's got Lucas skipping studying. Yeah, that's true. We had to stop studying so we could talk about school. Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, there's just so much to pull from, and like Duel Links has already kind of paved the way for them. Like I don't know how many skills they pulled to Battle City that were already in Duel Links because I know that a lot of them were unique. But then in Battle City we did see like Nowhere Mrs. Nice Mai and Power Friendship and some like random character skills, but they didn't have a deck in Battle City. Maybe we'll see a Tyranno skill just to support dinos. I'm just hung up on Tyranno. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time.
Maybe.
Yeah, it'll be a good time.
There's another card that we could get, which is Mathematician. It's
What's it?
basically like a normal summon, and then you do a Foolish
Mathematician?
Burial. Yeah,
Isn't that like good right now? That's in like Shadal's or something right now. I think I saw it as a staple. Um,
yeah,
wow. It's that old, huh? Level 4 lower monster deck grave. Oh yeah, so it's just a Foolish Burial on summons. 1500 attack 3-star. And you draw a card when it's destroyed.
yeah.
That's pretty good. Shoot, I didn't know that was GX. I mean, it makes sense. It's like super nerdy, but that's something that people still use today. And I think that card. What's that card on TCG Player? Is it expensive? I'm trying to think of like cards that people will be stoked if there's a reprint. I haven't even thought about that. Like some people will be stoked about like, oh, it's 20 cents. It's 20 cents.
Yeah, because we're getting secret rares. So
yeah, like secret
so
rare
it's
Yugiohs.
probably gonna be like some boss monsters.
Yeah.
And then cards like Dandelion maybe,
That'd
or
be so cool.
Trooper, cards that are used in retro games. If we get a Metamorphosis, it would be really cool to get it as a secret rare, especially for the gold players.
Oh yeah, it's a goat.
That's
staple.
a card that's only released in common because it's banned for years.
Yeah, they banned it quickly before they could reprint it into fun printings. It's just like let's look that one up. How Metamorphosis. Oh yeah, there's only 3 copies and they're 11, 12, 17 and this one's for $700. So if we had a printing of that in Speed Duel, it would immediately be probably like $8. That's some value right there. But if it's already banned, I couldn't see him doing it in the new box. A lot of people would be pissed that have a bunch of those. It would bring their price down. But some people GOAT players want to play this. That's cool. Yeah, this could be huge with Moth.
That's the Champions card.
That's
probably the pack card.
That's probably the $700 one. Yeah, this could be stupid with. It's stupid with monsters that you can just pretty much bring out essentially for free that are high level, like Moth, and seems like a couple others too. Nice.
There are some skills that we might get from Duel Links. So for Jaden, there's Fusion Time can be used when your life points decrease by 1,000. Return 1 card from your hand to your deck. Add a Polymerization from outside your deck. That could be different in speed duels. And then you can add 1 Elemental Hero normal monster from your hand to your hand from your graveyard. There's also Miracle Fusion that we might get as a card or as a skill. There's Miracle Draw that I think Kursev is going to like it because if you have an Elemental Hero monster in your graveyard, in your normal draw, on your third draw phase, will become Pot of Greed.
Yes. Oh, that was. How do you get that card in Duel Links? It's like I thought it was an event drop, where it's like, your third card is Pot of Greed.
Yeah, it was.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That'd be insane. Yeah, because Pot of Greed isn't even in.
So we might get a Pot of Greed in the game, and then for Jazz, we might get the Ojama Country skill.
Is that a field?
I hope we don't get the Ojama token skills. Yeah, that's the field that inverses the attack and defense of the monsters.
Oh, inverses.
So Ojama King is gonna be 3,000 attack instead of defense.
That's broken. Oh my god. Already with the effect. Jeez. But it takes away any skill effect that could get it out super early. It could help the the fusion or any way it could get out early. So I guess it's a give and take. But it's cool.
Yeah, and he also has the Ojama token skills. I really hope we don't get them because they were very toxic, and I don't think they want Stall to be a viable deck or a
Hmm.
good deck. If we get Crystal Beast, there's one skill that I think is mandatory in Crystal Beast, and that's the Transcendence Crystals. So you discard one to three cards from your hand, choose the same number of Crystal Beasts from your deck, um, and then you place them in your spell and trap zone, and that basically like because we have rare value, rainbow bridge, crystal bond, like crystal beast can be a deck that in one turn or in two turns you can summon rainbow dragon thanks to this skill.
Rainbow Dragon.
And this skill can be generic, so people in Duel Links they can play any deck that likes to discard like crystons, and then you just add crystal raigeki, and then you just add some pegasus, and then you just use the skill to discard cards that you already wanted to discard. So it can be generic and it gives you access to Crystal Raigeki. Um, but yeah. Saint Truesdale, we might get Power Bond. Who knows? It could be too strong. Um, but yeah, very likely that we get the Cyber Dark because that's how he was released in Duel Links.
He was released with it or without it?
With Cyber Darks.
With Cyber Darks,
So
but not Cyber Dragon.
yeah,
Yeah.
not Cyber Dragon. He and not even the Cyber Twin Dragon. Like we only got Cyber and Dragon, and then much later we got Cyber Dragon and Cyber Twin, and then we got all the other good Cyber Dragon cards.
Cyber End Dragon's the fusion, right? And then
Yeah,
Malefic. I remember Malefic was you can just banish it if you have a field spell. That's just a 4,000 for free. Yeah, but I think that was
yeah,
long
yeah.
after.
That yeah, that was from the 5Ds era.
Yeah, yeah, that's after. That's super after. Here's Cyber
Yeah,
End fusion. That's just the three, because the Cyber Twin Dragon's 2 and Cyber Dragon's 3. Cyber End Dragon's 3,
yeah,
and then you have the Malefic's right here. Scary. Oh boy. Yeah.
yeah. But that's a lot of possibilities that we can get from GX. There's a lot of good cards. Um, I think the meta will change,
Yeah.
and if people play less breakers, then we can play more back rows. And if less people play Jinso and Conflict, then more traps become viable, like Mirror Wall. Um, we can also get some staples from Duel Links, like Wall of Disruption. Um,
Well,
so there's a lot of stuff that they can do, really.
I think that the GX stuff coming through. Sorry, the GX stuff coming through is going to stop. We're not going to see Moth as much, just because it seems like there's going to be a lot of decks that it's kind of like going to be like Magnets and XYZ, where it's just there's no room for it. It just works so well already. But I don't know, man. I think we're still going to see
Yeah.
conflict. Lucas, you think next meta I'll be able to play my favorite deck, 24 card Skull Servant Stall? That's from Tetra with the tokens. Oh my gosh. Hopefully we see. I wouldn't mind seeing Moth go away. I'll just get rid of all my parasites before the box drops. No problem. But interconflict, I think, is
Yeah,
still going to be a
but
problem.
if Moth is still good, people are still gonna play because there's the people who wanna play and lose, like Terramaster and Cursive,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then there's the people who like to win, like Tetra,
True.
but he loses.
He is the worst. That's we're gonna see. I'm excited to see. Yeah, like you said, some of these community members come through and just play what they love, and like Cursive just played spellcasters, ride or die spellcasters, and it just never had its moment to shine. so far. But Elemental Heroes will probably be similar, but it'll be a cool deck that people will want to play regardless. Yeah, and then people are going to play whatever's meta, which I hope is archetype related still, because like it's nice to see XYZ
Yeah.
being so concise. And while I initially enjoyed the creativity of building the Monarch decks and the fact that you can really kind of make it however you want, and there's like maybe 2-3 things you really need, and then the structure, there's like a general structure you should follow, but then you can pick and choose the cards. It'd be cool to see an archetype. Like I don't know, man. I think that the sleeper, like you said, the sleeper might be the Cyber Angels. Like I don't know what's coming.
Yeah.
You know, you just don't know. So, yeah, maybe I can finally
Yeah,
get rid of all my parasites and sell all that off to prepare for GX next year. I don't. They're burning. They literally burn me when I touch them. I don't know. It's like they're possessed. Yeah.
But the good thing about the GX era, it's very untouched, so they still haven't made a mistake. Like they still haven't made Cyber Angels tier 0. So this is their time to make the skills good, but don't make them broken. And then if you're gonna release cards, be very careful so that an archetype doesn't become too good. Like don't make Ojama King turn 1 possible.
Right.
Like that that's not healthy.
I'm wondering because I think that Inner Conflict was in like a hindsight, oh shoot, wait, that was really bad. Well, it's not bad, it's just like so good that it's usable all the time. It's not necessarily game breaking, but I'm afraid that there's going to be a skill that somebody's going to test out and realize that it just works so well with Ojama King, and then we're going to have to deal with that. But we'll see. Just hire Konami. Just hire Lucas to be on your team. We didn't hear any announcement for who's in charge of Speed Duel North America and Europe. So if you're looking to hire people, it's going to be this guy right here. That's what he's studying for. He's studying for you. He's studying Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
I'm starting to make a Gate Guardian skill.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, yeah, Gate Guardian. One day, someday. Jeez. Someday if they go backwards.
Because I think the DM era characters, like they were mishandled, a lot of them. Like some of them had their time to shine. Like Mai had the era of the Amazoness, but like Mako Tsunami, Loomis and Umbra, Arcana, Taya was a joke.
Oh yeah, no, Tay was bad. There were just a lot of clowns all of a sudden. No pun intended with Arcana, but there were just like a lot of like one-off characters they just shoved in the box at the end. It could be the bottom line of guys, because what did we see? We saw 8 or 7 characters, 8 decks, something like that. There's a lot of characters in this series. We might see the one-off Chumley skill.
Yeah.
Even though it's not in Duel Links. Like is Umbra and Loomis is in Duel Links, right? And Arcana's in Duel Links. What's not in Duel Links? Taya's in Duel Links.
Yeah.
Well, no, because I'm pretty sure that like the digging for
everything
gold
in Speed Duels.
Yeah.
Yeah, but everything in Speed Duels, every character has to be on Duel Links. Like that's the general rule. So
Okay.
there hasn't been one that's not in Duel Links. And you know that in the box we got the NPC skills, like the fusion time,
The
digging for gold. We might get more NPC skills in the box. Who knows? And those could be literally anything.
Right. Yeah. Could you imagine if the meta was Emma? Like there's Jaden and Chaz and Zane, and it's like, nope, we're using Emma for stuff. Tetra's just joined the stream. He's got questions. What do you guys think of potential decks that may come? In my opinion, we'll have skill cards steal the scene, decide what's meta yet or not. Look at the base cards, potentially have 5 tier 1s. Yeah, it's true. Base cards alone, there's just some good synergy here. Lucas was pretty versed on some of the skills that are already in Duel Links that might come over. Yeah, and I hope that we don't end up playing an NPC. That the Pot of Greed one would be cool, but I think that I think there was a gear, an Ancient Guardian one that could be pretty nasty. Or the Ojama Country could be nasty too. Also, I'm scared of what I can't remember which one you mentioned. But Ojama Country I remember seeing, and that one could be the one that's 3,000 King. Also, I'm scared of what the bring in the game. I kind of don't believe they're going to test the product reliably. Well, we were talking about that early, that February is a safe kind of time frame out there where I feel like this was announced to kind of get people excited, but it's not anywhere near done. And the excitement, the reactions, and even the speculations that we have right now may very well play a part in the final product. It says name and content subject to change. You know what that, so who knows? I think that they're very much still developing it, and they're just I could see them waiting for public reaction, and then they may engage some folks that might have some serious knowledge, just so they're thinking of everything. Because I think that I think that Twisted Nightmares, they weren't necessarily thinking of everything with Inner Conflict. But yeah.
Yeah, but I think that Inner Conflict and Twisted Personality were somewhat necessary because the problem was Moth. So
yeah.
if you have Moth, like, you need skills at that level. So I kind of forgive them, but I just hope we don't get more generic skills that are that powerful.
That's true. I hope so. Yeah, Siege, reckon they delayed as much COVID-related production. So Konami just announced actually a couple days ago before this, I think like their box lineup into January of next year. And most of them have had product delay. So then they announce in February the Speed Duel product, which, sure, they're probably waiting to make sure that they have, from a production standpoint, they can get it out, and they can also reliably get the other advanced boxes they're going to get out, which they're probably thinking about that first. So that could be another reason as well. But I think that they have. I don't think it's done. I think that they have time, and they're ironing it out still. But yeah, it'd be cool to see Moth kind of go away, and then we can just have a new Moth, whatever it may be, whether it's Cyber Angels or the Armed Dragon level 7. Early level 5. Oh, that was the skill. It was the skill that lets you get Armed Dragon level 5 on standby. That's the scary one. Yeah.
Which one?
There was one you said, wasn't there something you could activate and you can put down an Armed Dragon level 3 on standby, and then on standby you get level 5, essentially?
Oh, no. That's a card.
Oh, it's a card.
That's an actual card.
That's terrifying. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can activate skills.
It's very fair. Like, I played the deck, and it's very fun to play, but it's very fair. So that's why I say, like, they need a stronger skill.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, and then it's a balancing act, because then you don't want it to be the skill everyone's going to use. It's just interchangeable. I didn't even think about Union combination with Cyber Dragon. I didn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't. You don't think about it because, obviously it's meant for XYZ right now. But then you read it again and it says Light Fusion Monster. It's like, oh shoot, that has serious repercussions down the road for everything else that comes out, like Cyber Dragons.
Yeah.
Siege says, is there anything? Not familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh! In general. Is there anything rotating out? No, Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't have anything rotate out. What we usually see is just a general power creep, and also mechanics come in that just make the game bonkers and just make old cards essentially obsolete. Like 2 years ago, there was the highest attack monster in Speed Duel that was vanilla was like 1700, and now it's 19. Well, no, it's 19. Now it's 19.
No, is it
18
20 or 20?
21 is Zombira.
No, it's 20 or 21.
Zombira's 21, but that has a negative effect. But I think Gilgarth is 18. I think that's one of the... No, there's...
No, but I think we got
Toon Gemini Elf.
I think...
It's 19.
Yeah. Yeah, true. The highest is 19 with Force Raider and Gaia.
Oh, yeah, Charging Gaia. Solid, yeah. But I think normal monster, the highest is 18 right now. But anyway.
No, it's Vorse Raider.
Vorse Raider, that's right. Is that 19? No way.
19.
Wow, it's so scary. Oh yeah, the Beast Warriors. That deck no one played. Oh, you're gonna have to show me. Oh, I don't wanna. I don't want to bring you further into a Speed Duel relapse, but you're gonna have to show me the fairy deck, too, eventually.
Oh
It'd be
yeah,
super cool because
yeah.
I haven't dabbled in fairies. Tetra says, thing about Moth is people can't play it. Positives and negatives, but a lot of people out here are not spending on Parasite when they can build something else for $5. Yeah, I agree. There was a video I did. The 2021 edition of How Expensive is Speed Duel, and like the Moth deck is like $130, just because Parasites are 20-ish, Night Beams are 10, 11, 12, and then you saw like Twisted Personality Warriors. It was like literally $35 or something like that. So like anybody, I think that this is going to bring a lot of people in. I was seeing on Twitter, people are like, okay, I think I'm going to get into it now, which is probably what Konami wanted, which is why they're announcing it now. People are going to be like, what's good, what's going on right now, and so it's going to bring a lot of new people to the game, and then they're going to want to build like something that they can just slap down on the kitchen table and play with, and it's not going to be Moth. It's not going to be Moth. So, and the fact that
Yeah, true.
the fact that Interconflict can consistently beat Moth, it just doesn't make sense why people will buy it. It's because Moth was good before Battle City and after Battle City. And I think also probably the scarcity of Trials of the Kingdom right now. A lot of the booster boxes are going to be harder and harder to find. What you throw in Twisted Personality make it cost $35? All right, I was just off the top of my head. You're right. Twisted Personality is more like $16, okay? What is... Oh, Amazon Swordswoman. That's a warrior. TP Warriors. Amazon Swordswoman's like $2.50, okay? That's a money card for Speed Duel. 3 of those is almost $8. With shipping, it's over $8. It's I hope that with this coming out still, though, it'll be like a money card in Speed Duel is technically like $2. Like Book of Moon is $2, and that card's amazing. You know? So I
Yeah.
hope that the prices kind of stay where they are. I hope they produce a lot of these, because Battle City Box, after a couple months, they were gone. Well, I mean, it was also in line. It was December of 2020, so it was also lined up with like people stabbing people in Targets for Pokemon. So it probably didn't help. And I mean, I'm just such a hypocrite because I have a wall of 8 of them behind me. But I hope that they produce more, because I hope that it's just more opportunity for people to play. So someone someday go tell me
And
Zoma's going for $4. Stonks, yeah, single card stonks.
I bought like 70 Zomas for 15 cents each.
I bought the super rare variant because they're really cheap.
No, I bought the Speedo once.
Oh, for
No, it
real?
was very cheap. It was very cheap in pre-order, like
Oh.
back in the day, but not anymore.
Well, if you find a Twisted Personality box to buy for $10, mind you, I think that right now that maybe they're 15. But like Zoma and Nightmare Wheel and Interconflict are probably like $6 of that box. Everything else is trash for the most part.
Oh, and Allure of Darkness.
Oh, and Allure. Oh, yeah, Allure is probably up there like $3 or $4 too. I think that most copies of
Yeah.
Allure are like at least $5. So that's, yeah. But I remember I got the super rare Zomas because I use it in every deck, and they were super cheap. And no one in Remote Duel has been like, "Is that a super rare Zoma?" I love how in the article, it emphasizes to use a card in Speed Duel, it's got to have the Speed Duel symbol. Which, I mean, yeah, if you're going to a YCS and it's a side event, yeah, probably. But if you're going to a Fargo on Tuesday, remote, like, come on.
Yeah.
I always use the language rule. So the box is static cards instead of packs. Yeah, so Battle City Box was a static box. The only thing that was different about it each time was there were like 8 secret rares that were mixed up. It could be any kind. So like if you got a box with the secret rare
Yeah.
Blue Eyes, then that was lucky, because the Blue Eyes, obviously people love that, so it's a little more expensive. And the way that they structured it was like it was supposed to be used as like tournament prize support, because you're supposed to open the box and give each person a deck, and there's like 8 people in a room and you all play. I only did that once before we quickly realized that XYZ was just not fair at all. Absolutely bonkers. Jinzo maybe was tough, but XYZ just like would steamroll. And but yeah, this particular product is a static box, and they're doing the same exact thing with GX. So it's not a booster box. It's not like a lottery necessarily like that. You're going to see people buy 3 boxes so that they have play sets of every card, and that's about it. But I think that does well for the game because then it makes the cards, you know what you're getting, makes the cards more accessible, and it's less lottery, less gambling. I'll do that in advance. Thank
Yeah,
you.
because a lot of the boxes that we got were very underwhelming. Like if you look at Arena of the Lost Souls,
Oh my god, Arena was a
like
good one. I like that one. Arena and Trials are my favorite. Attack from the Deep sucked. I that box, and that box is more expensive than Scars right now. But I love Arena.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But Arena, the only good card at the time was Fear Kuribo. Like all
Yep.
the rest of the cards, the zombie cards, the Joker cards, everything else sucked. And then
Yeah.
you had people that got into speed duels, paid a lot of money for a box, didn't get anything good, can't make a good deck, and then there's me with destructor decks, and I just play tribal synergy and
Yeah.
win. You know,
Traverse, yeah, or just
so
straight Amazon.
that's the failure of the booster boxes, and that's why Battle City Box, like a lot of people wanted products like that. And the fact that we got to the GX era with a box product, it just makes people want to get into the game because it looks like Speed Duel is more accessible, and it looks like Speed Duel is progressing. There's a lot of people say, I don't want to try Speed Duels because they don't have summoning mechanics. They're stuck in DM.
Yeah, we're gonna see like it's just enough of kind of more mechanical competence where we're not in the dark ages, but we're not on synchros. You know, we're not in master rule
Yeah.
changes or anything like that. So with the cost of a box, you can buy a playset of every card in the set and release. Yeah, about right. It's like super consumer friendly. But yeah, I remember
Yeah.
they made the first structure decks in Speed Duel too good. They made them so good because they wanted the game to succeed, and those decks were good. People loved them.
Yeah.
Everyone played Dragon Caller or like Amazoness, and then you had people that play Harpies, and Harpies could pull out a win. They could OTK the crap out of you. And then you're right, Arena came out, and I had a buddy that was like loved zombies forever, and I think Pyramid of Wonder was Arena, or maybe it was Attack from the Deep.
No, it was Attack from
Was
the
it
Deep.
Attack from the Deep?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were still looking for zombie support. But yeah,
Yeah.
ectoplasmic fortification, yeah. And then, ironically, so when Arena came out, up until the reprint of Sphere, which was Match of Millennium, which was a year later, Sphere was the most expensive card in Speed Duel at like $15. And then around Trials, it became Parasite around 20, and even Cocoon was like 10, 15. But now I
And
believe...
Floodgate.
Oh, and Floodgates. Oh, and I'm not talking about any like promotional stuff or like the Tournament Pack Blue Eyes or anything like that, but I believe, and this could have changed easily, I believe the most expensive card in Speed Duel right now, it's either still Parasite or it's now King of the Skull Servants. I don't know what happened to King, but he shot up. I know there's like limited printings of that. I think like the Tournament Pack 2 version of King is the only type of that. It's the only rarity of that kind in the game. So people like that. It's also like a cult classic. People like that one too.
Yeah, and I think it's gone up because of the TCG. Because I've
Yeah.
seen
Yeah.
no one in Speed Duel playing a physical school servant.
The last Skull Servants I saw was Terra Master's weird Skull Servant deck, and that was like, oh my god, that was in like March, which feels like it was just happened. But yeah, the Skull Servants, so bad.
Yeah. Yeah, because shrines are like $10.
Oh yeah,
Soul servants are expensive.
I'm
Some Venas are kind of expensive.
Donzalug's like 15 right now too. That's a great card. It's a cool card.
Yes.
But shrines, I still have 3 shrines. I'm holding on to them because I do like Viral Despair, and that was like the newer kind of zombies that were working. And I would like splash zombie or vampire lord like Patrician of Darkness in it. But I don't think with GX we're going to see any like sort of zombie stuff. I think that they completely, more or less, they're going to miss them. Really.
Yeah, but they can still go for DM characters.
Oh, you're
So
right. You're right.
so there's always a possibility, and there's also like here's the thing about GX, like in the anime, there's a lot of DM era cards. Like there's the Dark Scorpions character, there's the Jinsu character, There's even a dude who stole Yugi's deck, and then he pretends to be Yugi.
Oh yeah, because it's like so much further after. Oh, I forgot that Jaden has Wing Karibo, right? That's probably not going to change anything.
Ah,
It's just.
but imagine Parasite. Imagine Parasite, and you play Flute of Summoning Karibo, and you play Karibo, Spirit Karibo. No, Wing
Winged.
Karibo, and then you just stall until you have your combo.
Yeah, you just and you're like, it's just winged Karibos and Wabakus. Yeah, winged. Where do you put that in a deck though? I guess that's a side. I guess that's a side. No battle damage, but it's got to be on the field. It's not a hand trap. I keep forgetting about that because that's.
Yeah, but there's also Flute of Summoning Karibo. That's a quick play spell. Lets you special summon Karibo. It lets you add or special summon a regular or a wing Karibo.
Mm-hmm. So add would
And
be
it's a quick play
Karibo.
spell.
Yeah. Oh, so you can do it in the.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right. Well, so if we see Wing Karibo, we will see Flute of Summoning Karibo. And it makes sense because we already have Karibo from Match of Millennium, which no one uses because we have Sphere.
Right. And there's also a boss monster for Wing Karibo.
There's like
Wing Karibo level 10.
Yeah, that thing looks so goofy. Oh my god, where is it? This one? No, that's level 9. Where's level 10? Yeah. So scary. Oh man. Oh yeah, Transcendent Wings.
So if you get a skill that lets you summon it easier, then it could be a real deck. Who knows?
I love how it's 300 attack, 200 defense. Yeah, it's great. Cool. Well, I think we've exhausted kind of talking about what could come, and we'll probably hear. I don't know. Next thing, we might see what the box looks like. We might see the mats they put in it, but we might. I don't know what we're gonna get in terms of card and skill leaks, or it probably won't be until the end of the year. But this was cool. Good speculation and a walk down memory lane for some stuff. I'm gonna watch GX start to finish. I'm just gonna. I heard it. I mean, from not watching it, I missed that one. I heard it was good, so I'm just gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it dubbed. So take that, subbed people. Because the episodes that I did catch were dubbed. I remember it wasn't bad, so I was like, all right, I'll watch it dubbed. Do you have any desire to play Rush Duel? Because Rush Duel is also coming eventually, sort of. Who knows? Have you played the game before?
I played it like really, really back in the day, like where cards were slowly announced and then people were playing in custom duels with custom cards of the cards that were announced. So it wasn't even a full set. And I played it. It was fun, but I don't think I'm going to go into Rush Duels. Like I need to focus in real life, and
for sure.
If anything, I'll stick to Speed Duels if anything. But I think if I get into Rush Duels, like it'd be very casually at least. But I'm not into it that much. But the cards look really good.
Cards do look good.
So
I wonder if they might do what they did with. I don't know how they'll introduce it to the U.S. when it happens, but I'm excited. They have that Switch game coming sometime. But at least we're gonna get this, so that's great. Because I don't know. Rush Duel was fine.
Yeah.
It was fine, but I know that I played when it was like Seven's Road. It was either Magicians or Dragons, and now there's so many other sets. So I know that it's probably good, and it's just a lot of time, and you got things you got to know from the outset to look for, just like any other variation of Yu-Gi-Oh. But I'm excited for Speed Duel. It's gonna be cool.
Yeah, but look, like many people, they play Yu-Gi-Oh like in 2021 because of basically nostalgia from, so that's why people love the older eras. That's why people play older formats like Code, and that's why a lot of us like Speed Duels. Like Serpent Knight Dragon was a DM era card that never shined, and then it became a meta deck. Or Moth.
Moth,
So
yeah. It was always just so weird to try and get out. I liked
yeah,
I liked the Gravekeepers were out from the start. Yeah, because that's one of the things that pulled me. It was because I played Gravekeepers for real. So it was cool to see those cards again. And then but when I played, I didn't see Amazoness because I was like a little too late for that. So then it was cool to then be reintroduced to cards that had a similar, like, easy kind of to understand compared to the world of like pendulums and synchros. So
right.
yeah, it's just for boomers. The game's for boomers that played like 10, 15 years ago. And I'm glad that they're still supporting it because that's what I like to do. That's what I like to play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because Roswell is very different, and I don't think I'm going to like the draw up to 5 cards and summon every monster you can.
It's a whole
Like
different
that's a
mindset.
different kind of game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's almost feels more it's definitely more arcadey, as opposed to
yeah,
like a sit down and play a tournament and like you got to really because it seems so fast paced but in a fun way where it's like, whatever happens happens. I'm just going to dump stuff and
yeah,
uh yeah, but cool. All right, I think we can wrap this up. Wow, we went for an hour and a half. Thanks for your time, dude. You can go
yeah,
back. You can retreat back into your cave for studying. I'll see you in February.
yeah,
Um, did want to remind everybody that I got this. I've announced a few days before this product announcement. Speed Duel Showdown starts Monday, August 16th at 8 p.m. Eastern. That's going to be Monday nights at 8. Sign up at the Speed Duel League Discord. And that's going to be a good time. We're going to stream it right here on twitch.tv/Rook's Table, and we're going to see some familiar faces, some guys that are still playing the meta pretty well, but also hope that this new product announcement also kind of gets some people to kind of poke around and see what the format's about. And I'm thinking about releasing a video that's just like, oh my gosh, I want to play, what do I play? Where I just kind of break down decks like right now that you could just pick up. I'm just trying to get more people involved, and Speed Duel Showdown is going to be on Dueling Books, so you don't need to own the cards, so hopefully we see some good turnout there, and we will just keep this format going through that, and the Lambs win a box, and all the other stuff that we see until we get GX stuff. But anything else you want to say, Lucas?
Thank you for your time, man, and to everyone watching. Hi.
It was a fun time. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm excited for things to come. All right, take it easy, buddy. Have fun studying. Thanks for coming out and chatting with me.
Take care, man.
We'll talk soon. Thanks. All right, guys, we're gonna cut off the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed this. This is gonna be exported to YouTube as Speed Duel Podcast episode. What are we in 7 or 8? So that'll be on YouTube. That'll be on. I might download it so I can cut out the. I think we had like a 5-minute delay before we actually started, so I might cut it up a little bit, and it'll be on Spotify too. You won't get the visual, but you got it on Spotify also. So thank you guys so much for your time, and catch you later. Have a good one.